Hey, why do you gotta be a no-show? Coming on slow-mo, leave me on solo. And tell me why you ain't tryna let me go though. If it's all a no-go, what you holding on
So what's
for?
up? My name is Sevio, representing Real Vato Ramigo Entertainment. I'm an artist, musician, activist from Fort Wayne, Indiana, also a studio engineer. And the last couple of years, I linked up with a homie, OAO Monsi, and that's Real Vato Ramigo Entertainment. He had that going on for a while. You know, he come from Ohio. He moved over here, and I seen that we had a lot of like similar shit going on. You feel me? We both like believe in revolution shit, and I was always on that like black and brown power shit, and he was on like his brown power shit. You know, because he come from a place where there's like no black or brown people. It's mostly white people. So he was on his like brown shit. So I seen him, we linked up, and then we just started, you feel me, building off each other. And he has good visions, good like business mindsets, and I feel like I have like creativity and stuff like that. So when we merge our stuff together, I feel like it just started building. And now the last couple of years, bruh, we just been like trying to travel, do more shows. We've been blessed to be able to like be a part of certain tours, and we both been able to like, you know, find ways to make money with studio engineering, like with the studio here. So now we're just trying to figure out ways to treat it more like a business, you know, so we can actually like be free and just create and actually sustain ourselves off that, you know, instead of it just being a hobby on the side. Because that's what a lot of it I feel like turns into, and it's hard because it's just hard to figure out ways to carve out, you know, ways to actually make a living off of this shit, because it's like they just make it hard. The system makes it hard. They want you to just do this, do that, and all the creative shit comes second. But we're trying to figure out ways to make it so it can come first, you know? So that's what we've been doing the last couple of years for real. That was dope as fuck. Like, that was the first tour I've ever been a part of as far as like going place to place and like being with the company and being part of the brand. It is crazy because it's like they were like matching our vibes, you know, because we on like the kind of old school vibe, but we still new school. We got like it's like you meet so many people like you, and there's a whole community. And then we found out, damn, like it's much bigger than just here. Like we get love from here, but we can get love from all over the place the same way, you know, and like we can find out ways to bring that together. So we started building a network. It was a dope ass experience. I got to go to states I never thought I would go to, you know, like I traveled way more in the last 2 years than I ever have in my life. And it's been life changing. I definitely got to see it's like way more out there. It's way better, way worse. It's like, the world's crazy, you feel me? And it just let me know, damn, like you ain't gotta settle for nothing. You could just go move somewhere and just make something happen if you want to. Like the world is so big, bruh. Yeah, I'm born and raised Fort Wayne, Indiana, Parkview Randalia Hospital, you know, St. Joe Central Elementary School, Jefferson Middle School, Northrop and Northside, you feel me? I'm a Northside graduate, it's right across the street. Three Rivers, you feel me? I'm representing Fort Wayne until I die, you know? That's my city. It's dope because like, it's just like, damn, because a lot of people get limited like in their city. It's not just Fort Wayne, like whatever city you in, you just get limited because the shit that's going on. You gotta get a job, you gotta pay bills, you gotta take care of your kids, you gotta do that. And that's all essential, what we're all supposed to be doing, you feel me? But it gets people, you feel me, like stuck in the mindset that this is life because we get so comfortable and people depend on us. And it's not bad. That's a beautiful thing for many people, you know, but it's just going out and seeing it's like, damn, there's way more than this. Like we have the lowest cost of living here. So it's very good to just get here and stack money, grind, really do your shit. This is a good spot to really start building a foundation. But then you go out and you see having money to other people is normal. Like if you got thousands out here, it's like, hell yeah, I'm up, I'm doing this. You go to fucking the West Coast, they're balling, and it's normal for them because their rent's like thousands of dollars. You feel me? It's just crazy, like the different level of fucking their minimum wage is higher. It's just like, damn, the world is different everywhere, you know? But I always want to have a foundation here though, you feel me? Because a lot of people kind of forget about where they go, but as long as we can, even if we have to leave for a couple years and figure something out and really build a foundation and get money to be able to do what we want with the capital here and then come back and build foundations to help people, like that's even a goal, you know? Like it's definitely bigger than Fort Wayne, but we're never bigger than Fort Wayne type shit. You feel me? For the engineering side, just stay consistent with clients, stay locked in, you know, do good business, get better at my craft, get better at mixing people's voices and stuff like that. So people will like stay locked in and stuff like that. Keep doing with that. And then for like personal side with music, we want to do like a lot more music videos, bigger features. That's another thing we're working on that I feel like a lot of people are going to see soon. We have like 3 bigger features that we have locked in, and we're trying to just like get our money up so we can start doing business, you know, because the money talks. So we're trying to get bigger features, network with people, see what kind of business we can do. So we want to start doing way more music videos, just be more consistent all around with content. That's what we want to do with the music, bro, because we have to get our numbers up. We have a lot of accolades. We had a lot of stuff that we've done, you feel me? We've done a lot of professional things that people haven't done, so we're very blessed for that, but we have to have our numbers and shit match that, you know, so then we can go to anybody and be worth it, you know? Because we can talk all the stuff we did, but if they go on our shit and they see all their numbers aren't matching what they're doing, then it's like, you know, sadly, it's a numbers game out here. So we're trying to figure out ways to get more attention nationally for our music and our art, you feel me? So that's a big goal in 2026. I think we're focused on singles right now because we're investing so much money in each individual song with the marketing and the plans that it's smarter, at least from our perspective, to do singles at a time, because you drop an album and you might put your heart into every song, but they might only listen to the one song that you got a video to, or they might glance over and just listen to 2 songs, you know? So we want everything to count and then put out some shit. We have a whole vault of hella shit. We could put out albums. Maybe we will, you feel me? I don't know, I can't speak for the whole group, but I feel like we're focused on singles right now, you know? A lot of singles.
Tear gas sprayed by police in downtown Fort Wayne tonight as protesters take to the streets. Those protesters demanding justice after the death.
Lives Matter demonstrators are showing a strong presence on a major highway.
After he was picked up by immigration and customs enforcement agents.
ABC 21's Corinne Rose.
In 2016, when Donald Trump first came to Fort Wayne, I went to that first protest, you feel me? Like, it was a hella, like, Latinos out there, Black and Latino people going out, because he was, like, making headlines for saying dumb shit, you feel me? So we were out there in front of the courthouse, you know, and, like, I was just raised always with, like, the Black and brown, like, liberation, revolution mentality, like, in my household, just, like, being brought up on spirituality and, like, our ancestors and talking about people like the Black Panthers, Malcolm X, different type of people, you know? So I always had, like, the mentality of, like, revolution in my mind. Like in 7th grade, I read the autobiography of Malcolm X, you feel me? And I'm seeing a whole different perspective from the MLK shit. They're just forcing down us and all blessing to MLK, but they don't ever teach us those other aspects of the revolution that can actually put work in, because they want to be controlled. They want all of our shit to be controlled, just like they did to us when we went crazy. So when 2020 came, bruh, it's like every 30 to 40 years, the United States has a big door opening for the revolution. Like 1960s civil rights movement and the 70s civil rights movement, Black and brown people. And this one was the other door. This was like the door opening again for that. You feel me? It comes every couple of years. Ferguson and shit like that, the door opens, but this was a big national door. Like the whole world was doing this. So I looked at this as like an opportunity. I thought it was really gonna go down. Like I thought motherfuckers was gonna, because we had the chance and we were. The only reason why it didn't go as far as it could have went is because the government locally and around did some COINTELPRO shit and kind of learned how to get inside and disperse the movement and separate people from the inside out, you know, like ruin the trust from people. So we had control. It went from us having control of the streets, us being in charge, giving the demands, we need this, that, and then we'll get out the streets, to now we're arguing amongst ourselves like, oh shit, what's the best, this, that. So it just took power from us, even though we thought we were being more like that, but it's really them. It wasn't us in our hearts. It was them learning how to fuck with our minds, learning how to put plants in, learning how to do that. But I looked at it as like a big door opening. Like 2020, I thought like, well, it was though, and it changed hella people's lives, and I think it changed the world. So we did what we were supposed to do, you know, and shout out everybody who was part of that movement locally and around the world, everybody who supported it around the world. They were in France supporting it, the Middle East, everywhere, and we're in the United States going to war with art. Like, that was dope, but it changed hella people's lives. I know a lot of people in this room changed their lives and shit like that. Like, they really hunted us down. You know, we went through everybody went through legal shit. I went through legal shit. But now we're free, you feel me? We're off like probation and shit for a couple years now, so we're good now. But that's definitely crazy as fuck. I went to a couple, like I'll pull up, but I'll hop out for a little bit, but I always drive by, and like sometimes I feel like I'm not pulling up as much, and like people expect like us and like the people who was there like, y'all spear, like da-da-da, but really like they don't understand, like once you've been through it and you realize that the weapons that can be deployed against you, we can't just go out and risk our shit every time for some, like, you know, we can help with other ways. So I found out other ways I can help, like even like what we believe in, how we talk to people, like how we impact the community, that helps. It's all doing its thing, what we're representing around the country. Like, you have to figure out ways to make yourself productive and not just go out there and make it easy for them to fuck you over. You feel me? Because if I go out there or they go out, anybody goes out there that was really out there in the protest, they're just gonna get our ass and charge us for the third time. We're gonna get fucking habitual offenses and be fucked up. Like, they were already trying to do that to us. So I really want to go out to protest more, you feel me? I probably won't be as like chaotic or not as like chaotic or whatever as they said before, because I've learned my lesson and I was a little younger back then, you feel me? I was very young, like, but I don't regret none of that shit. You feel me? Even though like we went through all the shit, we had to do all that. Like, I don't regret. I'm pretty sure nobody else regrets it either, you know, because we really was standing for something. So even though we had to pay that consequence, we were fighting on the side of good. You feel me? And like, good people always get fucked over it throughout history, but you just gotta persevere through that shit. I'm 25. I think I was like 18, 19 or 20 or something when that shit started or something like that. But I'm 25 now, and yeah, 25. Born in 2000, you know, 2000 baby.
I'll never forget your birthday.
For real though, July 6th. So yeah, it's been a while since then, you know, but I feel like I've grown a lot, and the city's grown a lot. And even though we didn't get exactly what we wanted, we got a lot out of it. And I feel like we made an impact on people's lives, you know, and a lot of different businesses and different like formations got started from that, different groups. Like, there was hella civil rights groups popping up, and that's dope because those people became friends and kept going and kept doing their own shit. There's a lot of dope people that came out of that. Do your best to be like who you are. Don't be afraid to be who you are, you know, like, and like make hella content, you feel me, as much as you possibly can, you know. Don't be afraid to like put yourself out there and go hard with that shit, you know, and figure out ways to make it work for you. You don't have to just do the same thing you see everybody else doing, you know, like you can lock in by yourself for real and come up with a plan and reach people, you know, even if you're afraid to go out into the public and shit like that. We have the internet at our fingertips. So you could literally get famous in fucking China or something and be in Fort Wayne. Nobody know who you are. You could literally get rich. There's so many people even around here that are creatives that make so much cheese in the industry, but locally, like you say their name, people might not know who they are, but really in the industry, they're making cheese. Like, they're doing their thing. They don't give a fuck what nobody thinks. Like, that's how everybody gotta have that type of mentality. Like, don't care what nobody thinks. Don't be in competition with nobody but yourself and your own mind, your own mental shit. You know, you don't have to compare yourself. It's easy to compare yourself to people, whether it's in the industry or the local game, because it's all a big industry. You know, it's all the same shit. So it's easy to like go online and compare yourself and get like unmotivated and shit like that from seeing other people doing crazy shit, and you might drop something and it don't go crazy or nobody's showing the love that you want, and you might be like, what the fuck? Like, and we all go through that as artists. Like, we go through points where we're not getting love, so we just human side of us lashes out. We get bitter, like, why the fuck y'all don't fuck with me? I'm putting in all this work, because we might be the hardest ever. Like, there's so many hard ass people that are better than everybody, but they might not get that attention just because sadly today the game and age isn't about like just talent, you know. And I had to learn that too. Like, you can be hard as fuck, and this is what the homie gotta tell me too, like, Sevio, you're hard as fuck, but that's not all what it takes to do this shit, bro. Like, you're so hard, you have the potential to do all this, but we gotta get this business shit together, you know. That's why I always lacked. I was always known for being dope as fuck, music hard, but business wise I wasn't really there, you know. I wasn't profiting off it. I had to do this, do that, but now we got kind of an engine to where we can do that, and like, you don't need nobody but yourself to do that. So that's the advice I would give to them. Like, figure out how to make it work for you and treat it as a business too, like not just a hobby. Always love it like a hobby, but take it serious, you know. Wake up every day and really put work into that shit like it's your homework or some shit, or it's your job, and it will pay off, bro. And if you invest in yourself, just like with anything else, it'll come back, you know. Whatever you invest into, that shit will come back. And if you're gonna gamble or bet on anybody, gamble and bet on yourself, you feel me? That's all I gotta say. Be yourself, be original, and work hard, you know. Keep working and find a way, you know. Even if you get the door shut on you a million times, keep trying, because the one door that opened, that's gonna lead you to the next level. You know, all you need is that one. We ask people all the time, we're trying to get on shows all the time, we get a million no's, and then we get that one yes, then we're on Lowrider Magazine. It's like the one little thing that took months of desperation, calling people, are we still on it? Are we this, that? Them telling us no, we're like, fuck. And then we, you know, we've had a lot of bullshit happen to us. Shit. Well, when I was younger, like, my dad was a DJ, you know, and a producer, and like my family's always been making music. Like, I have a lot of family in Michigan that's in like a lot of Mexican bands. They got like Mexican bands, Tejano bands, and cumbias, shit like that. So they've been playing since I was little, grew up seeing them dancing at the parties. And my uncle, he's from here too, but he moved to Los Angeles back in like the 90s, and he joined a group called One Block Radius, and they got signed to Def Jam Island, and they actually had a song on the radio and shit, used to come on here, like, so my uncle on my dad's side, my dad was a DJ making beats. I had a lot of musical influences in my life. And like seeing my uncle do that as a young kid, and like he actually had music videos on YouTube and MTV, and he was hard, bro. His name DJ Mr. Dope America. You feel me? If anybody wants to go look that up, he was on like MTV. He would interview people on there. He was on fucking TMZ and shit. Like he was hard, you know, and he really made it at a young age. I was looking at him like he was a star. Like what the fuck, like. Damn, and I didn't know what he was going through a lot of crazy shit too at that time, you know, in the industry. You know, they never really got to take off to their full potential, even though they were signed to a major label, because there's so many other people at that time. So, but I didn't know that. I was just a little ass kid, like, my uncle's famous as fuck, like, you know? So seeing all them influences from this and that, and my dad, he was a DJ and he made beats and shit. So I just had music around me for a long time. And my mom, she always threw shows and shit, like promotion events in the hip hop community. So from a young age, it was just like rap music, hip hop music, Mexican and Latino shit too, but mainly just like rap shit around me. So I started making beats. I started DJing when I was very young, probably like 5, 6, 7. And then I kind of stopped DJing in like freshman year of high school, or sophomore year was like the last time I DJ'd at Northside in the Commons. But then I started making beats and shit like that. And then it was like 2016 or 15, I started making beats. My stepdad put me onto that, and he taught me how to like write bars and shit too, you know? And then it went from making beats to like rapping more. And I started focusing more on rapping. And then I released my first song probably like the summer of freshman year. So after freshman year, that summer, I think that's when I put my first song out. And then from then on, bro, I just been doing it since then, you know, from SoundCloud and YouTube and then Spotify and all that, you know. Yeah, well, at first I didn't have the confidence, but when I dropped my first song, you know, back in the day, if you get like 1,000 play on SoundCloud, you was lit. You know, you was lit to the people, you know, you got 1,000 plays on SoundCloud. All the people, we looked at them as hard as fuck, you feel me? So when I dropped my first song, it got 1,000 plays in like a week. So I was like, oh shit, and like people were knowing me and shit. If you look back at it now, it's like some bullshit, but it's like we were young, so it was cool, and like it helped my spirit because people were respecting me, and I moved schools, and I didn't really know a lot of people, but then they would know me like, oh yeah, you do this, so it made it easier for me, you feel me? And it was cool because like, I guess I never really let like the bullshit get to me, you know, because I've been doing it for so long. I've been through oh, you're a rapper, you're a SoundCloud rapper, you're this, you're that, at a young age. So at a young age, I kind of got the shield to like not give a fuck. That's why now when I'm growing, I don't really give a fuck and don't really get involved in none of the bullshit, because it's just like, who cares type shit, you know? Like, nobody cares at the end of the day but us, and we're just arguing with ourselves. So like, we might as well just fucking do this shit, you feel me? Bro, like, yeah, because like men are meant to be like backbones and shit. And now, I mean, nowadays it's a little bit different because the world's changing. So there's like different like roles and shit that's being like questioned and shit. But a lot of times men, I feel like, are meant to be like, one, like not emotional type shit. So, and two, like you gotta be making money or have this or do that because other men look at you like you not shit. Like if you're not making money, you don't got a good ass job, you don't got a good ass car, you don't got this, and like you're not taking care, you gotta pay, what the fuck you doing you a grown ass man, like you need to go fucking, you in here trying to rap, bro, you grown as fuck, bro. Like somebody come in here right now and be like, bro, Sevio, bro, you're 25 years old, bro, what the fuck, get your ass to work, dog, like go make some money, you got rent, and like, but it's just perspectives, you know? So like, it is hard, especially like you got a family and shit and they don't know what's going on. I'm blessed that like my family believes in me now at this point, but everybody questions, like everybody gets those questions, you know? Like, it is hard, bro, and it is a lot of pressure, you feel me? For everybody, both male and female, but for men, it's kind of like, they expect you gotta be straight cut, straightforward. It's hard to show like emotion and shit. But it's dope though, because now I feel like the world's changing and more people are like trying to like do something with themselves, whether it's like music, creating content, this, that. Everybody has something to offer, you know? So it's a little bit more free than it was, but sometimes you do get those like, or you wake up, you're like, damn, I gotta really take care of this. Like before all this shit, like I might not make no money off the music right now. I gotta really make this like money happen. So the burden of being the male or a backbone of whatever your foundation, your relationship, your family, it's never gonna go away, you know, but you just gotta make that shit happen and have balance, you know.
You know what they say. You work a job you love, you never work a day in your life.
Exactly, bro, real shit. And like, I'm blessed to be able to like this shit, cause like I have this and I have Mambo Room, like my family, we own Mambo, so we have two things that I feel like is helping. So when I'm working, it's work and it's a lot because I work like all day, every single day, mornings and nights. I'm either here or there. And it is a lot. And I work like 7 days a week. So it's like, it becomes a lot, but I know I'm working towards something that's gonna grow into something bigger. You know, I'm not just giving my time away to a corporation or something. It's like family businesses and people I know. So I know it'll pay off in the end, even though it is a lot, you know, and that's a sacrifice that we all gotta make, you know? Yeah, well, I want to be able to do music forever in many different ways. Like, I just want to be able to create, and like, I've been trying to make like funky shit too, and like shit that's not just rap. And I love funk and shit like that, and I want to incorporate it into my music as much as I can. So like, when I'm older, I feel like if I had gained more of a fan base and respect for just like having a variety of music, then I can always make music, and I won't have to be put in a box. Like, you know, they're not gonna be watching like a 50-year-old rapper, like be like, all right, he's cool, but he's old. Like, I can make different shit, you know, that still clicks with everybody. So I plan on creating my whole life and creating in different ways. And it might change here and there as I grow super old. I might start doing documentaries or videos or, you know, shit like you. Like, I might like that and want to be a journalist, you know, or I might want to fucking make sculptures or something, you know, but I'm always going to create because I've always loved art and like music, creation shit, you know. I love a lot of things, but I have to drive on one thing. So I'm trying to focus on one thing at a time, you feel me? Because I got like a brain I can't focus on shit, you feel me? So unless I like it. So I like this shit so I can focus on it, you know? We got we're trying to bring like rappers here. We're trying to do shows. We got a show on May 16th, you feel me, at Club 44. And we're gonna bring a rapper named Cap G here. And if you haven't heard of Cap G, you know, you can look him up. He's like
Kicking shit with your girlfriend.
he's like a Mexican artist that's been in the game since like 2012 type shit. He's like a legend, you know? And we're bringing him here, you feel me, Club 44. We're having a lot of other bands and shit to try to make like a hip hop Latin night type shit. And I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but I'm pretty sure by the time you put this out, we're gonna have the flyer and shit out so we can like go hand in hand with that. So it should be cool right there. Yeah, and yeah, for real. And that shit, so that's definitely, we're gonna start trying to do like more shows, more business shit, even if we're not the front head of the shit, like just business period in the music industry, you know, like we could book a fucking country artist and book him here. I don't even have to be on stage, as long as we're making the money from it. That's like a good little business, because that's what they do to us. They book all the rappers, we all go in there and they just make the money off us. The promoters sit in the back like, yeah, we could do that same thing, you feel me, as the minorities. We could do that same thing. Like, it's just, so that's our goal, making opportunities to create business and shit like that, so we have the capital to actually do what we want, because that's what holds us back a lot. We can't go on tour all the time because we don't have the capital. We have to start negotiating with these bigger people, start getting more capital in so we can do what we want without being controlled by anybody else, and then it could just be a working machine for itself. So that's what like the goals for 2020 is, and it's already 4 months in. You just like scared me a little bit with that one, because we damn near, it's going fast as fuck, bro. It's the springtime. It's about to get lit this summer though, hopefully. Like that's what I'm trying to do. That's what the homies trying to do. We're about to get lit this summer, you know? Just keep being consistent, and it's hard, like how you said, like you look at if you drop it and then the next day it don't got shit, it's like, fuck. Cause even us, it happens to us now. Like we might drop a video and it only gets like 100-something plays. We're like, damn, I thought this was gonna be the one. Like we're talking about real shit in this one, and then nobody like fucks with it. It's just a game, bro. Like major corporations go through that shit, but they just done it for so long that when they drop something that flops, they still make like 50K, and that's considered a flop, you know, to them. Like this product, like Walmart probably got hella flop items, but they're still powerhouse, you know? So once you work yourself up, consistently doing this, doing that, the failure is not gonna matter no more. You know, it's just about the slow progress that comes from keep doing the same shit over and over again. And then you built up a name to where it's cool, you know? Like we've been to shows, we might open up, like it's like 7,000 people in the crowd, but then we do another show and it's only like 20 people there. Like we do a show, it's only like 5 people there still now, you know, within the same year. And it's like, we're the same people. We're still the same person after we walked out of that 5-person show. Like you can't forget who you are just cause some fucks up, you feel me? Like, cause we're all dope as fuck and we all have the potential to do hard shit. And no matter what type of music you make, there's thousands of people out there waiting to hear your shit that would love it. You know, even if they're not right here, you know, we're in the Midwest, so they like to trap drill shit a lot. But if you make different shit, there's people all over. There's like 50 people here, 50 people there, 50 people there, and that's thousands. That's how all these niche and cliche artists like Joey Badass and all these people blow up still and still have big careers, because you don't walk around and listen to these people in the streets. You don't hear people bumping their shit in the streets, but people are bumping their shit more than all those other people, you know, because they have a worldwide fan base. There's a fan base for everybody, bro. So don't be discouraged. You just got to find your fan base, get into the business side of things, look up YouTube videos. It's all free. Like you can look up all this shit for free. Like figure out, how do I get to this demographic? What makes you different? Like, are you black, brown, white, this? Figure out how can you connect to people that feel like you? What's your religion? Like what do you stand for? Like that, you know, dwindle down your demographic, people that you think will relate to you, or if you think all people will, you know, find that area. If you think people will fuck with you more in Europe or Africa or Asia, then you can promote to those people only. You feel me? Like it's not limited to where you are. Just don't compare yourself. Again, you know, you can't compare yourself to nobody. You just have to do you. You feel me? To the best of your ability, and don't worry about the support from nobody else but the people that you're aiming for support from. You know, a lot of people get fucked up in the city from that because they want support from everybody that does the same thing as them. But that's just like asking the other taco shop to support your taco shop. You know, everybody's a taco shop. They might love you still, and they love you. Everybody's doing their shit, but like at the end of the day, it is a competition. Even though we don't make it, that's just a game. It's a game, so you can't get caught up in that because a lot of people get caught up in that and they let it kind of, you know, get to them. And like we've seen it over all the years, like people beefing all the time in the city, like over all the years, but it's just a lot of bullshit, you know. And I've been part of having problems with people too, you know. And like I just had to learn to not care, and like that's what, like, you can't be overly emotional. You feel me? Like, cause I care a lot about shit. You feel me? So sometimes shit be like getting to me or something, and even I go through shit. But you just gotta know, like, bro, fuck that. Like, stop caring. Like, who cares? At the end of the day, nobody's gonna give a fuck about none of this shit except for what you did. Like when you die, like what legacy and impact are you leaving? How do you make people feel when you in the room? Like, do you make people feel loved? Do you make people feel like shit? You know, like you just gotta be yourself, bro. Just, I don't know, motherfucking my dad, when like my dad and my mom for sure, my stepdad, like all my parents, you know, they all helped me, influence me musically at an early point. Like my stepdad's the one who taught me how to write bars and shit, cause he was a rapper back in the day. He was hard as fuck, like. And he was like teaching me a lot of that stuff. He put in, like, he's the one who put on my iPod. Like I asked him to put like Tupac or some shit on my iPod. And then he ended up putting on, like, he didn't just put on Tupac, he put on like Gangstar, all this like revolutionary hip hop music, you know, and I learned a lot from that. And that really opened my eyes to a lot of like deeper shit, like talking about all this. He put a lot of the deep Tupac cuts on there. It just opened my eyes. So as a little kid, he taught me how to make beats, introduced me to like the deep hip hop roots. My mom was taking me to like the Zulu Nation headquarters and shit with like Coda. Like Coda, he a breakdancer. He used to throw hella events, had the community like Pringles and them, like, and they still have a hip hop community now, you know, like around the culture. But people like that, shit, I'm trying to think. Some of my professors in college was cool too, even though I dropped out. They was dope as fuck, and they really like, yeah, I went to St. Francis for like music and shit. They fucked with me, but I dropped out, and like I know that probably wasn't like the best thing, but that's what I had to do. You feel me? But like they helped me a lot because they believed in me when they didn't have to. Because I was like a horrible, like as far as like turning in homework and never doing like assignments and shit. But they gave me all the access because they believed in me. I got like a scholarship for like the music and shit that I made, so they fucked with me, and I appreciate that. Those are good mentors because they taught me a lot too. Bro, my grandpa was dope because he been through a lot in life, and I'm not gonna speak on all the stuff because like it's like private shit, but he been through a lot. But when I knew him though, perfect man. You feel me? I like by the time I was born, he changed his whole life around, and like he was like the perfect example of a man, like a good grandpa. Like he built shit in the backyard, like building sheds, building this. He was one of like the first like minority cement mason bosses. So he like hired a lot of black and brown people into the union and shit, because there's a lot of racism, you know, there's a lot of white people in the construction shit. My grandpa, he was like a karate, like when he died, he was a brown belt in karate, but at his funeral, the sensei walked in and he didn't say nothing to nobody. He put a black belt on my grandpa's dead body and just walked out. That's some like mythical shit. That's some Bruce Lee shit. My grandpa could fight, bro. He taught me how to like fight at a young age, put me in karate, made me like learn how to like be tough. You should like not complain about shit, you feel me? He taught me like be right. He had like a brown power patch we found when he died. Like he was part of like that shit in the 70s. Like he was, yeah, like some shit. Like it looked like a brown braid patch, but it was a fist, brown fist with a chain wrapped around, and it said Chicano power.
Oh, black and brown.
Yeah, bro. So he was on that shit, and like he was on that, but like it may be something. Right? He was something like for real. And he had a tattoo said, "I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees." You feel me? And like Zapata said that, bro. It's like, for real, that shit. He was from Ohio, I think. Yeah. And like, but he had a crazy life, bro. And like, man, I'm just shaking thinking about him because I've been through a lot of shit. And like, one of my professors is deep into spirituality before. And like, when he died at a crazy time. Like after my first show that I did, he was there, and like, he died that night right after I got done performing, and like we got the call, and then he was buried on my birthday, you feel me? And that was crazy for me because it was just like fucked up time for me. And I had a lot of pain from that, you feel me? And I'm pointing right here because it's gonna come out. But so I knew a professor that was real deep into spirituality, and I was deep into that shit too. And like he was super deep, and like we would talk about it a lot. And I was sitting by the river one day meditating by myself, and then my professor came up to me, bruh, and he just found me. Like he just walking randomly too, and I was meditating by the river, a secret spot, like nobody really goes there. He seen me, he's like, Sevio? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna say his name, but I'm like, what the fuck? Or maybe I feel. I'm like, what's up, bruh? And then we started talking. He's like, you wanna do a guided meditation? I'm like, yeah. And like we started doing a guided meditation. He's like, all right, picture this, that. And I'm like lining my body up. Bro, this is crazy. And I'm like meditating and like I'm feeling shit. And he's like, so what's underneath your chin, bro? Like, what's by your chin? I'm like, what you mean I'm feeling it? I'm like, nothing. Like, he's like, no, I feel it. And like there's like a lot of tension, like not feeling it with my body, but feeling it with my mind, like putting my mind in my chin. Like you can put your mind in certain parts of your body, like put your mind in your stomach and you can feel how your stomach feels, you know, you can feel if you're anxious or not. And he told me to put it right here, and I felt a lot of pressure. And like, he's like, just let it go. Is there a man in your life? And like, I'm like, what? Like, I'm like, is there a man in your life that like that you lost, that you're missing, that like, you feel me, you can't let go? And I'm like, yeah. And like at that same time, I kind of smelled or sensed like my grandpa, but I didn't say nothing though. I didn't say nothing. Like I didn't say nothing about my grandpa. I didn't say my grandpa. I just said, yeah. He was like, let it go. Just let it go, breathe and let it go. I breathed out, instantly tears just coming down. But I wasn't like, ugh. It was like just pouring down. He was like, now breathe out your mouth and let whatever come out. I'm like, ooh, this like moaning, like sorrow, pain was just coming out. And he was letting me release all that. And like, I was like, what the fuck? And like, I kind of sensed like, you know, people like when you're growing up, they have like a certain smell or something, like your mom's pillow, your dad's pillow or something. It has like a smell. Like I smelled or sensed him, like, but I haven't in years. So I was like, what the fuck? But I didn't say nothing because like, I'm just keeping it to myself. And I'm like, thank you so much, bro. Thank you. Like, and he's like, yeah, you just gotta, he's always with you. It's cool. And then like then we went our separate ways. And then at school, I was thinking of my grandpa the whole time, but he didn't know that I didn't say nothing about my grandpa. And he was like, I seen him at school the next day, and he was like, on my way home, I was walking, and like a man came up to me, approached me, and gave me like a gift, like a gold thing or something as like a gift, like saying thank you to me. And I was like, what? And like he wasn't talking about a real man. It's like in his spiritual realm, like in the spiritual world, somebody came up, and I was like, what? And I was like, what the fuck? Like in my mind, I was thinking my grandpa, but I didn't say nothing. I was like, what did he look like? Like, what did he look like? And like, bruh, I didn't say nothing about him. He described my fucking grandpa like to a T, like the hats he used to wear, like the field hat, the clothes. He described him down, and I like showed him a picture. He's like, hell yeah, he's just normal to him. Like, yeah, cause he's been through a lot of shit, crazy shit. And that shit changed my life, bruh, because it really helped me. Like, it helped me release a lot of shit. And that was hard to even say because it's hard to, yeah, that shit, bruh, fuck. That shit was crazy. I don't even know why I said that. Oh yeah, you asked about mentors, my grandpa, mentor. Kind of, but based on the grades too, you feel me? Because my shit was fucking up, and I wasn't a good, I was focused on music heavily. So I would always be in the studio, always be there. I'd be in class, I'd be cool with everybody. Like, I'm showing love. I'm not like a piece of shit, but I never did like my work like I should. I wasn't doing projects and shit unless I really loved it. And that kind of fucked me up a lot because I was never really the best student in school, but I was always like cool though. Like my teachers didn't hate me because I was like not doing it. They fucked with me because I was trying to be a good person, but I can't fake and say that like I'm gonna do this assignments and shit. So my grades were going down, and I had scholarships like to go into college, like 21st Century and FAFSA, because like I can't afford that shit. So it's like we had to get all the scholarships we can for being low income. So I was already there on a blessing anyway. So if my grades would have started fucking up, they would have took that away. I would have had to pay fucking 30K, all this. I was like, fuck no, my shit was fucking up. So I just stopped going, bro. And like, but they're cool though, and like I still see them to this day, that they be like saying congrats, and like they be like talking about me there, and they implement more classes there too that like are centered around shit that we were doing because we didn't have as much like of what we needed. So they like learned a lot, and that was cool, you feel me? Because we were one of like the first hip hop people there that was doing shit like that. It was cool.
What part of Fort Wayne did you grow up?
I grew up all over for real. Like when I was born, for real, like all over Fort Wayne, like everybody like south, west, north, east, like born, where did we live, bro? Like Regency Apartments, Southbridge Apartments, all the way out down Southbridge. And then my dad was doing his thing. So we moved up north for a little bit, you feel me? Like that's where I started school. And then like shit was happening with the family. So then you move back there, move there, down, all over. I lived everywhere. Now I live like downtown area, like where we're at right now, like kind of like central area, you know? I like the central area because it's like you get a mix of everything, you feel me? Because I've never been able to like really fit in anywhere cause we're just mixed. You know how Fort Wayne is, we're just a mix. Like there's not like, if you're a minority, it's like you're kind of just like that. Like we have our cultures and shit too, but I don't speak Spanish, so I'm not fully immersed in the Latinos, and I'm not this, so I'm in the middle, you feel me? And I was raised by like Black and brown people, so. And I've lived everywhere, bro. So I just represent all of Fort Wayne, you feel me? It's cool because you can just get the influence, you feel me, from everywhere. And I was blessed to be able to have like the revolution influence because Black and brown people are connected and we're like one and the same too through history because we've always been everywhere. And like they try to give like the fake shit saying that we met each other through slavery and through them bringing us here, but we've been circumnavigating the earth for thousands of years. So Black and brown people have been connected by choice for way longer than they would say. You know, we have a lot of similar roots. They have a lot of similar roots to us. We have similar roots to them. Our ancestors were working together around the world and people don't really, so it's like, it's one and the same for real, no matter how much disagreements or tension we have amongst each other now because of like the bullshit and the colonization we went through and shit. But like, we're like one and the same. So it was good because I grew up around like a lot of soul and a lot of pride for like your ancestors because Black and brown people love the ancestors. They respect like who they are. Like, you know, so I was growing up around a lot of that and a lot of good music, a lot of good food, you feel me? Basically a lot of good everything, you know? I like it. We eating everything, bruh. Soul food, Mexican food. Hell yeah, it's like, it sucks. And we just gotta know like this is the time to branch together a lot right now, more than ever. And for some reason, it's a lot of divide amongst like what you think would bring unity is like, it brings divide. Like we're blaming each other, like Black and brown going in like, we're not supporting you, you're not supporting us, we're not doing enough. But it's like, really, bro, that's what they want. They're sitting there watching like, hell yeah, we want y'all to just sit there and fight because we're gonna fuck both of y'all over. We just got done fucking them over, now we're gonna fuck you over, then we're gonna fuck them over again, then we're gonna fuck you over. Like, it's the same thing, and a lot of us are smart enough to realize it is, you feel me? But some of us, like, the people who disagree sometimes have a louder voice than the people who do agree because you're on social media, so it makes it look like it's more tension than it is. But we just gotta be more like aligned with each other. And it does suck that's how it is right now, you feel me? And we just gotta keep having the pride for ourselves and keep fighting back, and don't forget that we have to stand on American principles, which is to fight back against tyrannical government, you feel me? So we're standing on the same principles as hillbillies, whoever, like we're the same, we want the same rights and respect. And if they're going around fucking white people up like that, then there would be like civil war shit. There would be people coming out of militias, and they have the right to do that. And then we would look at that like, it's just, we're always gonna be looked at as the bad guy until history is done. You feel me? Because then we're not gonna be the fucking people standing up for no reason, Black and brown people going crazy in the streets. They're gonna look at it like they're getting treated like shit, and then they finally rose up against the people. They're heroes. But right now we're getting painted as the bullshit villains, you know? That's just how it is right now. And like, they're gonna keep fucking us over, but it's okay because we're just gonna keep prevailing through this shit. And it's all headlines and distractions just to distract us from what's actually going on in the world bigger. So they make a whole bunch of different problems all over the place. So we're not focusing on this, that, this. Because while we're getting fucked up over here, these people are getting fucked up over here. And like, it's all the same mission for them, but they're just like defeating all of us. But we gotta make our problems like, this is this problem alone, this is this problem, but all of our problems are connected because we're all share the same common enemies, like colonizers, you feel me? We don't know that. So we're like, oh, this problem is this problem, this problem, this problem, but really, like, everybody's problem the same. Like Gaza and the shit they're going through there is our fight too here, you feel me? Like them doing that, and it's even symbolism. They got the same colors as Mexico and shit like that in their flag. It's all symbolism, it's all this. They're going through the same shit we're going through, you know? We're actually the same, like this problem is the same, but we just look at it as different. But it's natural because humans are like tribal, you know? We come from like having teams and shit like that. But yeah, bro, it sucks. Fuck ICE. That's why, hey, if you want, bro, we got the fuck ICE stickers, you feel me? If I got some on my car, I'll give y'all some, but you know, we made these, I made these and we sell them. We slap them around on our tours. We got them all over Vegas, all over wherever. We don't do them. But somehow they got all over the place in Vegas. Somehow all these cities got fuck ice stickers somehow. But that shit's hard though. You feel me? Hopefully we got more. One thing I want to do once I have more protests, I want to give them free shit, you know, that like give them free shit. So like, cause they're out there standing out there. I know when people come out and gave us waters and shit, when we was out there, that was the best. We were like, shit, hell yeah, thank you so much. Like that meant a lot. So go out there, give them some shit. I gotta find time, you know, it's also busy. Back then I was like, just like, you feel me, getting out of high school, or I don't know what time frame that was, but that was like right around that time where everything was weird, you know, we was like growing up finally, like, and we didn't have a lot to do, so I went out there every fucking day, you feel me?
But like our protest was like every day for months.
Exactly, every day for months, every day. Yeah, and the same route people were there, like every day, like controlling it, and like that was real revolution right there. The power was in the people, it was in us, and it wasn't in them meeting with this, them meeting. It was real power right there, and we all got to witness that, and the power that comes from that. Well, the clean cut version that they want us to say is like, don't come over here illegally and it won't happen. Like, of course, that's like, duh, motherfucker. But like, they don't get how they set up everything, you know? Like how you're saying, like, it's hard to do that shit. People come here and try to get their papers for years and years and years, getting denied. Like, we all know people like that in our family. Like, they're trying for years. They're not doing nothing wrong. They're good working people and they just get denied. So they're making it hard. And like, okay, I get it. It's like an economic thing. And I understand how more people that are undocumented I understand how the economic thing works. So I get why people, if they're genuinely mad about that, okay, cool. We'll figure out ways to work on that and how we can like remediate that. But a lot of people hide behind shit like that. Like, they're fucking up our job. They're taking our shit. They're doing this. They're rapists. They're killers, murderers, like how they're saying. But yeah, like criminals doing all this, come over here to rob you. But it's like 90% of them aren't like that. Like 90% of them aren't. We all know that for a fact, bro. Like we can see them today. They be doing all the jobs that people don't want to do. So like, it's a two-headed sword, because a lot of the points that they make that might be true in certain circumstances aren't the majority and aren't the whole thing. But they're like, that's why political points and biases are bullshit. And being on a certain side is dumb as fuck, because we get catfished into being a certain political party when really all of them are working together behind the desk just to fuck us over. But they divide us to make us give the illusion of choice. The two-party system's a facade, you feel me? It's not real. But like, exactly, bro. For real though, for real. And then like, yeah, but like, get back to ICE, yeah, like that's bullshit. And like immigration, and two, so that's one. I get the economics thing, and there's double-edged swords. Cool, we can make it work. But two, like, this is our land. Like, Latinos are Native Americans. We're indigenous to North, South, Central, South America. This is our shit. You know, black and brown people been here before the white man or any other person has ever been here. It was black and brown people on this whole continent and all over the whole world. This is our land. So really, like, in God's eyes or whatever you believe in, this is our land. We are rightfully owners of this shit. Like, this is our, yeah, they drew the fake ass line and pushed us back, and then thinking that like, but really the Native American in Utah or Nebraska or North Dakota is the same as the American in Mexico. They're just, one's a Mexican, one's called Native. We look the same, we're the same people. Slightly different features throughout all of it, like everybody is, just like in Africa. They're all African, they're all black, but they might have different tribes, different features. Same with Latinos and Natives, but this is our land, like we're all the same thing. So that's why it really don't make sense at the end of the day. And it seems like the people who come from the farthest, because Africa is even closer to America than Europe. You feel me? So the people who came from the farthest point possible are the ones trying to set all the boundaries of what the fuck is and what isn't. It's just not good. The system's already flawed. So if they're gonna have the system set up, okay, cool, like you can make this illegal and that illegal, and it's technically wrong in the eyes, but it's morally, it's not. You feel me? Morally, these people are coming here to help their families. You know, like I wouldn't be here. You probably wouldn't be here. A lot of us wouldn't be here if it wasn't for immigrants, you know? Like, our families probably came here. My family came up north to work in the fields back in the day. And, like, my mom remembers bringing food to my grandma, is working in the fields still. Like, my grandma was working in the fields. Not my great-grandma, my grandma. Like, my mom worked in the fields when she was little, helping them out. Like, it was like, it's close, you know? Like, so immigrants are important, you know? Fuck ICE, you know, we're gonna make it out. We just gotta start standing up. There's people doing that already, you know. We just gotta keep standing up, stay organized, and figure out ways to be smart about it, you know, so they can't beat it. Yeah, stay organized. And they can't beat us all at once, bro. They can't. That's what we gotta know, you feel me? You might be able to whoop our ass one by one, but if we all go up there to the door and just start beating that shit down, it's over with, you feel me? Yeah. and you can feel it too. And like he helped me put my mind up here, like put your mind in different parts of your bodies, and then put it above your body, above, and like you could see like, yeah, he was helping me because like it's hard to do it yourself, but he knew like certain practices that he could like open up for you and make it easier. And like I used to be way deeper on meditation and spirituality back then. Like right now I'm kind of caught up in like life shit, so I don't get the time to sit with myself as much. But that's definitely like some crazy shit, bro. And like that helped me a lot. Like he helped me release shit and just realize that it's okay. Like ancestors are always with you. When you lose people, it's not the end. They really are working with you. It's not just a coping mechanism that we invented to like make ourselves feel better. Like with religion, it's like real shit. They're right there. Whether you Christian, Muslim, regular, spiritual, like me, like they're always there with you, bro. And that just helped me because like I had a lot of shit right here. I don't know why it was right here though, but it was right here, and he helped me release that shit, bro. That shit was crazy. Yeah, that was a good man. Yeah, for real. That was a good mentor too, Phil, bro. Phil, he was a good ass mentor. One of my professors, he was dope. Bro, he was so deep in like to spirituality. It was crazy. Like he was older, so and like he was into like I don't know, like mystic Judaism type shit. So like what Jewish people would be, but like the actual religious, like spiritual side of it. Not like like there's Christian ones too. There's like Christian like monks, like, and they take Christianity, but they look at it from the spiritual aspect, how you're supposed to type shit. And he was one of those type of people, but for all the other things. So he wasn't just that. He practiced a lot of Hindu shit, this, that, everything pretty much, a lot of shit. And he was like real deep into that. So when he met me, I was kind of deep into shit, but I didn't have like a lot of guidance or structure or no practices. I'm just learning from everything. But he had like answers and helped guide me and help do multiple meditations, and like he helped a lot, bro. And like he would be able to feel shit. Like I would be playing our ancestral shit. Like there's like I have Yaqui Indian, and that's a Mexican Indian. So you might have some too. Like we all have a lot of different tribes, but I have Yaqui, and this is like a Yaqui deer eye necklace. But I was playing the Yaqui deer dance just in the classroom by myself, and it's an ancestral dance that brings the deer, because the deer is like it's like represents a lot of shit, you know? But he walked in, he's like, is this like a deer song? I'm like, what the fuck? How do you know that? There's no deer sounds in that. He just felt shit, bro. Like he was cool as fuck, very advanced, like spiritually, and he taught me a lot, bro, in a short amount of time. It helps a lot. Yeah, for real, like meditate, like and it don't even have to be, you don't have to force it. If you can't do it like for 30 minutes at a time or whatever, you don't have to, like, you don't have to feel bad. You don't have to be like the monk that's sitting there for years. Like you start off small, or even driving. If it's silent and you're just in silence and your body goes into autopilot, that's meditation, you know? Or like mowing the lawn, if you're sitting there and your mind's clear and you're not thinking about nothing, bro, that's meditation. There's a lot of different ways you can meditate.
Quiet in the mind is just
For real, showers, quiet in the mind, bro. Like that's all it is. You're feeling yourself, just allowing yourself to sit with yourself, reflect, because we don't get that time. You know, we wake up, we get on our phone, we do this, we roll up, we take a shower, and like we might have time in between, but sometimes there's always music or something in between that. By the time we go up, then we go home, then we get on our phone, and then finally fall asleep. There's no time to like actually sit there. And like a lot of people run away from that subconsciously, because that's the time where you might feel the most unhappy sometimes, but really you got to sit there, and there's reasons. Yeah, there's reasons for that. Yeah, best time to do it is when you don't feel right, because you got to sit there and reflect why, and then try to grow from that. You know, whether you did something stupid or whether somebody did you wrong, you got to grow from that. So your mind and body is just telling you, bro, you got to sit here and reflect for a minute. Definitely get into meditation. I write, bro. I'm not that good freestyling at all, bro. I write like all my shit. Like I used to freestyle sometimes with the homies, like smoke and just freestyling shit, but I'm not the best freestyler at all, bro. Like I write all my stuff. I listen to the beat. I take my time to like write out the whole thing to where I can finally, but I might freestyle like a melody, like do 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 do, or get like the sound of something, record myself on my phone, like and then put the words to that later, you know, as long as you get the right, because the universe will give you hella ideas, bro. You got to figure out how to capture it. Even if you can't remember it right away, take a little mental note of it, or take a little video, bring it back later, because that's how I do shit.
Writing is freestyling, just down on paper.
Yeah, for real though.
I be telling people.
For real though, damn, it really is though. Cause sometimes I'll be like, damn, like in the Midwest, you know how they like it. This is the Detroit, Chicago shit. They straight punching in, freestyling the whole thing, and it's hard though. And I'm like, damn, this shit sounds hard, but I never really got the hang of it. But he's right, like it is kind of picking up all that shit. Sometimes I'll be thinking so fast, I just write down the rhyme of each thing that I'm thinking and then fill in the blank later. You know, I'm like, fuck, I know I want to say this, or I know I want to say something about this. But it's a process, you know. The writing process, for real. Yeah.
You know exactly what you want to write.
Exactly.
Put together, you know.
Exactly. And it depends on the beat. Sometimes you find a beat, you might like take time, you have to really figure it out, but sometimes just naturally flow. You feel me? The beat's hard as fuck, it's just flowing out of you like immediately. Yeah, I find them now, not no more, cause like I used to make beats, but now I stopped. Like once I started rapping and focusing on that, the beats is kind of secondary, and then I slowly stopped. So I don't really make beats at all like that anymore, but the homie OAO does, or we find a lot of beats online too. I do both, but make sure if you find beats online, you buy them shits because they will take your shit down. They will. Some of the homies got their shit, years of work took down because 1-2 songs wasn't bought. And just because it say free on YouTube, it's not free, bro. You got to pay for it.
It's
And
free,
yeah,
it's free for like,
non-profit.
You know,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying, on YouTube or
Exactly.
something. Not free for profit.
Exactly. Yeah, make sure you look for that. Go into the description, click the link, and buy the beat. It might only be $30 for at least, but make sure you do that because that's how they're fucking us up. Shout out to everybody in Fort Wayne. Shout out Fluxwell TV. Shout out all the homies who are about the Romigo Entertainment. You know, shout out all the Latinos, Black and Brown Power out here. Everybody. Shout out everybody who's trying to do something with themselves. You feel me? We out here. You know, hopefully you can keep doing your thing. I know you got some crazy shit going on with your report. You've been on it, bro. You feel me? We've been seeing you. We trying to do our shit, and thank you too for the opportunity, bro. Hopefully we can keep growing and keep branching out, like individually and like together, you know, and like we just make some shit happen. You feel me? Shout out Fluxwell TV. You feel me? Appreciate you having me too.